नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमाणम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमाणम् यशोदाभियालुखलादवमानम् परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो गोप्या यशोदाभियालुख रुदन्तमोहोर्नेत्र युग्मं रुजन्तं करम्बुजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मोहो शासकं पात्रिरेखकण्ठा सीताग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिवदम् इति दृक्सालीलाभिधानन्दकुण्डे सोघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयसितागेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमातस्तं सतावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवा मोक्षं वा मोक्षवधिं वा न चान्यं वृणे अहं वरे सदपिह इदं तव पूर्णाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मानस्य वीरस्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलये कृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुसंवेतां बिम्बरक्तधरं मे मनसा वीरास्तामलं लक्ष्यलवै नमो देवो दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख प्रसीद नमो देवो दामोदर अनंत विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाभिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टे वृष्ट्यातिदिनं वदानो रोहाने समामाज्ञामधियकीदृश्या वेदमादौ वाद मुक्तैव यद्वा स्वयमुचितौ भक्ति भजौ कृतौ च prema bhakti sokam me prayacha namaste graho me stidamodharera. Namaste sodamne spuradiptidamne Todiyadaraya Vishwasyadamne. Namaradhikaya Ipodiya Priyaya Namanantaralilaya Devaya Tubhyam. Namami Swaram Satchidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. Asadaviya Lokalada Pamanam Paramrustam Atyanta Todrusya Gopya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe. Sri Sri Radha Damodar ki, Damodara Ashtakam ki, Kartik month ki, Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari. Can you show the translation? Who will Abhishek Bansal? To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sack-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who's beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from the swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding motor in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisance.
Next.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, padhiye.
By such childhood pastime as this, he is drawing the inhabitants of Gokul in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Next.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benediction, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of the eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the nine processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of your as Bal Gopala in Vrindavan may ever be manifested in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon beside this? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. O Lord, your lotus face, which is enriched by locks of soft black hair fingered, pink with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. Hare Krishna.
Next.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord. Be pleased upon me. By showering your glance of mercy upon me, deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immense in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Hare Krishna.
O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nala Kuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, in your
O
form
Lord
as a baby
Damodara, just as the
tied
two
with
sons of Pera, Manikriva, and Nalakumara were delivered from the curse of
What happened?
tied with the rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Tava kathamrutam tapta jivanam kavi viriditam kalmasapam Sravana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grunanti Te Gorida Jana. The nectar of your words, the description of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations transmitted by learned sages eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Suddenly, those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining me in this Bhagavatam class. First Damodarastakam, then the class. Is Pavan available? Pavan?
Hare Krishna, sir.
Which verse until which verse you took?
Sir, we took up to 10.13.35 yesterday.
Okay, 35. So we will start from 36.
Yes, sir.
So in 35, because of an increase of affection, the cows had a constant attachment even to those calves that were grown up and had stopped sucking milk from their mothers. When Baladev saw this attachment, he was unable to understand the reason for it. Thus, he began to consider as follows. So, we saw that how Balaram was absent in the mystery of killing of Agasura, mystery of hiding calves and cows, and the whole story is going on for 1 year, and he is not aware what has happened. But he made certain observations, but it is not that he could not have known. If he would have wanted, he would have known, because he is the absolute truth. But you see that there is a spiritual bhava. Everybody is imbued with the spiritual bhava. So in that spiritual bhava, they are completely in that bhava. They don't act as a controller. And hence he is not knowing. Otherwise, if he would have entered his form as that of the controller, as that of the all-pervading personality, then he would have known it, right? He didn't do that because he is in Braj Bhav. He is trying to enjoy with the Braj inhabitants. And suddenly, when he made observation, he's asking to himself, what is asking? What is this wonderful phenomenon? What is this wonderful phenomenon? The affection of all the inhabitants of Braj, including me, towards this boy and calf is increasing as never before. Just like our affection for Lord Krishna, the super soul of all living entities. So, normally, Balaram would not have been surprised when they would have seen the attraction to Krishna. And that was the case because his earlier observation was that he was, everybody were more attracted to Krishna. But now, the opposite, not opposite, something counterintuitive is happening. The cows are getting attracted to their own sons in spite of Krishna being present there. Cows, similarly, the cowherd men, in the presence of Krishna, they are getting more attracted to their own sons. So this is, and here, and this attraction is so much that they are able to forget. Normally the cows, what is the nature of cow? Cow, the owner, whatever says, cow just follows. If owner says stop, the cow would stop. But in this case, the owners are saying stop, stop, but cows are rushing down the hill and then trying to be with their own adult sons, in the sense who are not drinking their milk. So that was, that kind of observation Balaram had not seen before. And Balaram is saying their affection is at the same level as we have affection for Krishna. That is significant. Who is this mystic power? Where has she come from? Is she a demigod or demoness? ये क्या हो गया? She must be the illusory energy, my master, Lord Krishna, for who else can bewilder me? Okay, so Balaram is questioning, is that, normally, forget about Balaram and Krishna, they're the absolute truth. Other day we read this verse 1.1.1, where the last stanza is Dhamna Svena Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. So the transcendental abode of Krishna is bereft of any illusion. But here, Balaram is put under illusion. And so he's asking this question, what is happening to me? Because in spiritual realm, you should not be confused, because there is all loving reciprocation. There is no confusion. Thinking in this way, Lord Balaram was able to see with the eye of transcendental knowledge that all these cows and Krishna's friends were expansion of form of Sri Krishna. So Balaram immediately realized that the cows are jumping from the top of Govardhan to the valley just because these calves are not ordinary calves, they are Krishna. Lord Baladev said, "O Supreme Controller, these boys are not great demigods, as I previously thought, nor are these calves great sages like Narada. Now we can see that you alone are manifesting yourself in all varieties of difference. Although one, you are existing in different form of the calves and boys. Please briefly explain this to me." Having thus been requested by Lord Baladev, Krishna explained the whole situation and Baladev understood it. So Lord Balaram, then he realized that this is Krishna who has manifested, who has expanded himself to as many calves, as many cowherd boys. He confronted Krishna. "Oh Krishna, don't put me under illusion. Please bring in clarity." And Krishna, without any reservation, confided in Balaram what has happened. Everything in detail. When Lord Brahma returned, after a moment of time had passed, according to his own measurement, he saw that although by human measurement a complete year had passed, Lord Krishna, after all that, was engaged just as before in playing with the boys and calves who were his expansion. So this Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, which was manifested by Krishna. Krishna Krishna expanded himself to thousands of cowherd boys and calves. And he expanded himself exactly to their dresses. It's amazing, isn't it? Krishna's internal potency must have taken shape of their earring, their bigles, their, what is that called? Flute, dress, right? It's amazing, you know. This is called inconceivable. People say we understand Krishna, what we can understand about Krishna. This Lila simply can mesmerize us, but still we don't get mesmerized. We mesmerized by material things. Huh? How to earn wealth, how to be affected by Sundara, Sundari, and fame, name, and so forth. But anyway, so here Brahma returned. And to his shock, he realized. When he thought that within this 1 year, everything must have gone topsy-turvy. You know, suppose, you know, you lose one person, near and dear one, that grief continues beyond a year, many, many years. And here, you know, Brahma thought that I have already stolen all the cows, all the cowherd boys, and it would bring a so-called disaster to the Braj. But any disaster cannot affect Braj because Braj is a spiritual planet. But anyway, according to Brahma's calculation, things didn't turn out, and he saw same festivities going on, same lila is going on, and he was completely taken aback. Lord Brahma thought, whatever boys and calves there were in Gokul have kept them sleeping on the bed of my mystic potency. To this very day, they have not yet risen again. So Brahma is saying, oh, I put them in my mystic potency. Of course, Brahma, being the engineer of this universe, his mystic potency would be very vast, in which he can place. But actually, in Brahma's mystic potency, the cowherd boys and cowherd calves cannot be kept because they are Krishna's eternal potency, eternal associates. But according to Lila, Brahma thinks he has done it. He has done it. Right? So, a similar number of boys and calves have been playing with Krishna for 1 whole year. This is Brahma's thinking. Yet they are different from the ones illusioned by my mystic potency. Who are they? Where did they come from? So Lord Brahma is saying that, you know, I have one set of cowherd boys and one set of calves. But here I see with Krishna, another set of exactly similar set of cowherd boys and calves. Thus Lord Brahma, thinking and thinking for a long time, tried to distinguish between those two sets of boys, were each separately existing. He tried to understand who was real, who was not real, but he could not understand at all. So this is only Krishna can do this lila. Nobody else can replicate this. That's because Lord Brahma wanted to mystify the all-pervading Lord Krishna, who can never be mystified, but who on the contrary mystifies the entire universe. He himself was put into bewilderment by his own mystic power. So sometimes, you want to see the sun using a torchlight. What would happen? And what would happen if you would like to see the sun with a torchlight? And what is your answer? You are stupid enough.
Torchlight will not be visible at all.
Using torchlight, you want to see Krishna. Using torchlight, you want to see sun. It is the same thing that having, however, whatever mystical potency you may have, but Krishna is master of all mystics. So all your mystical potency is like a torchlight in front of sunlight. Even if you combine trillions of torchlight, they have no value in front of sun. So similar way, even if trillions of Brahma together, they come with that mystic potency. All that mystic potency is like a drop in the ocean of mystical potency possessed by Krishna. And that is the situation of Brahma. Okay? And the darkness of snow on a dark night and light of a glowworm in the light of the day has no value. Snow. Snow is what? White. But the dark night, the snow would look white. No. Suppose you kept a very white thing here और dark कर दो, क्या दिखाई देगा क्या? अरे will they, नहीं, here is cotton, white cotton. I have kept white cotton, and by that I can see in the dark night. Will help it? Or in the daytime, the glowworm would say that I'm going to give the light. So these are all very nice analogies. The mystic power of an inferior person who tries to use it against a person of great power is unable to accomplish anything. Instead, the power of that inferior person is diminished. Right? Now, for example, our great Vinay Gupta, with whatever knowledge he has in what is called machine learning, I know how to simulate, blah, 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 blah. But suppose he has to face a giant in machine learning like, Bengio or Hinton. So there, if Vinay Gupta goes, what he will speak? All that he can do is only to listen. But if he starts trying to speak, then he'll be finished. Like yesterday, we went to one mayor's place. There one fellow came. He started speaking rubbish. And I didn't speak anything. I remained silent because I saw a fool is there. It is not good to, if Mayor would have started speaking, then I could have told. But in front of Mayor, he spoke so much of nonsense and castigating gurus and so forth. Why guru is necessary when you want to connect with Krishna? And he was talking all nonsense. So anyway, if I had have started speaking to him, my dear friend, please quote a verse from Bhagavad Gita, probably he would have been in his pant, he would have finished, right? But you don't have to say anything to such people sometimes. But anyhow, Lord Brahma is a very sensible personality. He's our Acharya. He's a pure devotee, in fact. But unfortunately, he's caught by the in a wrong time. He's caught in a wrong time by the internal potency of Krishna. Internal potency of Krishna was looking for some instrument who can help to increase to enhance the fortune of some of the other Brajbasis, because Krishna's friends are always enjoying Krishna's association in the jungle. But what about others? So he was looking for an opportunity. So the internal potency was looking for an opportunity. And Lord Brahma somehow was caught in that mess. And he is suffering. You don't know when you make a mistake, right? Sometimes by mistake you offend your teacher or you speak something nonsense. You feel so embarrassed. Why did I do this? You feel so embarrassed. And Brahmaji must be perspiring like anything, because this is a mistake that is absolutely avoidable. Then while Lord Brahma looked on, all the calves and boys tending them immediately appeared to have complexion of the color of bluish rain cloud, to be dressed in yellow silken garments. So Krishna understood Brahma's confusion, Brahma's embarrassment. And because he's a pure devotee, Krishna revealed to Brahma, Brahma, you want to see my opulence? Here it is. And each of the calf, each of the boys manifested as a 400 Narayana form, Vasudeva form, beautiful form, beautiful form. Okay? Bluish rain cloud, the color, and yellow garment. All those personalities had 4 arms, holding console, desk, mace, and lotus flower in their hands. Sankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. They wore helmets on their heads, earrings on their ears, and garlands of forest flowers around their neck. On the upper portion of the right side of the chest was the emblem of goddess of fortune. Furthermore, they wore armlets on their arms, the Kaustuba gem around their necks, which were marked with 3 lines like a consul bracelet on their wrist. And why did Krishna manifest in Narayan form? Because Brahma can understand. Okay. Krishna didn't change. Krishna remained as he is. Smell Gwalwala, whom Brahmaji doubted. But all his expansion, the calves and cowherd boys, they are all 400 Narayana and Brahma's worshipable master. With banjals on their ankles, ornaments on their feet, sacred belts around their waist, they all appeared very beautiful. What a majestic, all those cowherd boys and calves surrounding Krishna. Now they are 400 Narayana. So beautiful, so beautiful. Every part of the bodies from their feet to the top of their heads was fully decorated with fresh, tender garlands of tulasi leaves offered by devotees engaged in worshipping the Lord for the greatest pious activities, namely hearing and chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Those Vishnu forms, by their pure smiling, which resemble the increasing light of the moon, and by the sidelong glances of the reddish eyes, created and protected the desires of their own devotees, as if by the moods of passion and goodness. Wow. Just like in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the verse is Tvabhimau Purusho Loke Kyara Akshara Evacha Sukyaram Sarvani Bhutani Kutostho Akshara Uchyate. So what this verse is saying? This verse is saying that there are two personalities. Each one of us are associated with two personality. One is Khyara, the other is Akshara. What is Khyara? Which I am telling, a conscious machine. You as a conscious machine is Khyara. And what is it? Akshara? Kutostho, the Atma. The Atma that is embodied by this conscious machine is Akshara. Okay? So each apartment is a conscious machine. But this conscious machine is Khyara. And everybody thinks that is real. Anmal Avasthi is thinking, I am real. Who else are there? Archit Gupta, Anand Srivastav, Akhay Naik, Abhishek Panchal, Abhishek, दो Abhishek क्या है इधर? Abhishek Bansal है, तीन Abhishek है. Each one of them, they are thinking, we are real. My dear friend, nothing is real. You are Khyara. All your so-called conscious identities are Khyara. Is not Akshara. Akshara, you don't know that is Kutostho, Akshara Muchyate. That which is very subtle and hidden is Akshara. But this, and then next verse he says, beyond this, Paramatma iti udahruta. Uttama Purusaspanya, Paramatma iti udahruta. Trilokam avasya, yo lokatrayam avisya, vivarti abhaya ishvara. So three personalities. One is Khyara, the other is Akshara, and then is Uttama, Purushottam. Three personality. And that is what? So this Khyara personality is three modes of material nature. And then Akshara is Atma. And then Paramatma is the third. And these are the three actors in any action. In any action, there are these three actors. But we associate always with our Khyara personality, and we suffer so much. So much. So, Brahmaji, I don't know. He must be now completely within himself. Full realization. Brahmaji must be thinking, oh, how could I go to my Akshara personality? I should have been Akshara. Why? How did I make this mistake? So the pure devotees, they are Akshara. Vishnu forms are Akshara. But one is servant Akshara, the other is master Akshara. And all servant Aksharas are serving the master Aksharas. And that's what Brahma is saying. And Brahma cannot see this if he would have remained in Kshara state. In his Kshara state, he was caught and he committed offense. But now by Krishna's mercy, he is able to see the real thing. Okay? All beings, both moving and non-moving, from the four-headed Lord Brahma down to the most insignificant living entity, had taken forms and were differently worshipping those Vishnumurtis according to their respective capacities with various means of worship, such as dancing and singing. So those forms, which were Krishna's expansion, all Narayan forms, were being worshipped. So Brahmaji was revealed Krishna's infinite beauty. He was, that's, I don't know why people say, Brahmaji made a mistake. To commit such a mistake is good. To commit such a mistake is good because it's amazing what he saw. Krishna is very kind. Although Brahmaji was caught off guard, but Krishna was so kind to him. He showed him, revealed his spiritual opulence, where each Narayana form is being worshipped by devotees, including himself. I always, among all temples, I like Jagannath temple. You know why? In Jagannath temple, when you go there, you will find, each devotee is within himself or herself. And each devotee is offering the prayer to Jagannath in their own way. You can see that. Some near Garuda Stham, some in front of that barricade. And when the barricade is open, they go, and along the line, everybody is taking some place, and they are looking at beautiful eyes of Jagannath and offering their prayer, heartfelt prayer. So, this time when we in Jagannath Puri, we had a beautiful darshan. Yes? You are there? Anshul, you like that? Why you felt so nice? Because every devotee is offering their prayer. And you don't know out of them. Many times I feel like, some demigods are offering prayer. I don't know how many of you felt it. I have felt it many times. And it is very, very certain. Sometimes, some demigods. One time I was seeing one lady was offering prayer, and I could feel that a demigod is offering prayer. She was so immersed in her prayer. You can see her eyes are so big. And she's oblivious what's going on around. It's amazing. So when I'm reading this, I could feel what's happening in Jagannath temple. Exactly same thing. Everybody is assembled and they're offering prayer to Lord Jagannath. And Brahmaji is seeing the same thing here. Each of these Narayana form is being worshipped by 33 crore demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Narada. It's amazing. And Lord Brahma is seeing that. All the Vishnu Murtis were surrounded by opulences, headed by Anima Siddhi, by mystic potencies, headed by Aja. 24 elements of the creation of the material world, headed by Mahatattva. So 24 elements, they're also Persian. And those 24 elements, as a person, they are also offering their worship, prayer to these Vishnu Murtis. Then Lord Brahma saw the Kala, the time factor, Svabhava, one's own nature by association, Samskara, reformation, Kama, desire, Karma, fruitive activity, the Gunas, the three modes of material nature, their own independence being completely subordinate to the potency of the Lord, had all taken forms and were all worshipping those Vishnu Murtis, my dear friend. What Brahma is seeing is Krishna's opulence in the form of Achintya Veda, Veda Tattva. Everything is Krishna's energy, but yet everything is not Krishna. It's amazing darshan Brahmaji is having. And of course, Brahmaji is so faithfully serving Krishna in the affairs of the universe. Why Krishna would not be kind to him to reveal the truth? So, dear devotees, hope you are enjoying these pastimes. And so, still there are many verses here. There's 50. Let me see how many we can do. The Vishnu Murtis all had eternal. The Vishnu Murtis all had eternal, unlimited forms, full of knowledge and bliss, existing beyond the influence of time. Their great glory was not even to be touched by the Gyanis engaged in studying the Upanishads. Okay. The form, each form that Brahma was revealed by Krishna cannot be even accessed by Vedas, Upanishads. So what to speak of Gyanis? And the other day, a devotee from Dehradun asked me a question. I think Binu Mataji, sometimes when people ask questions, if they ask something wonderful, you really feel so blessed. She asked me this question, is that Gyanis, when one becomes Gyani, his Swarupa, his state is that of a spiritual spark. And then he said that when one is a devotee, then his Swarupa is that of a, eternal, like that of an eternal person in Goloka, in Vaikuntha, like, like a cowherd boy, cowherd girl, or Vishnu Dutas. So that kind of form you will have. when you are a pure devotee. And she asked me, what is the form that you will have when you are a Paramatma realized? This is amazing. And then I realized, yes, even in Paramatma, you still have not form. You don't have a devotee form in Paramatma. You still have that Brahman form. The only difference between that Brahman, the spiritual spark that Jnani has access to, the spiritual spark that the Paramatma realized person has, is the difference is that in case of Jnani, it doesn't have any mystical opulence, wherein a Paramatma realized person has a mystical opulence. That's the only difference. So sometimes people ask questions. It's very, very, wonderful. You learn a lot when you are asked wonderful questions. Thus Lord Brahma saw the Supreme Brahman, by whose energy this entire universe, with its moving and non-moving living beings, is manifested. He also saw at the same time all the calves and boys as the Lord's expansion. I think we should stop here and take some questions. Any question you people have? Abhishek Bansal. Hare Krishna sir, from past many lecture, in between lecture audio quality is not good. The voice keeps fluctuating. Why you are asking me that question? You people should solve that problem. I cannot take care of the technicalities. You castigate here this Binay Gupta and Anshul Agrawal, whoever, they have to take care of this responsibility. Why you are telling me? And so that's a very genuine concern that you posed, that if audio quality is not good. Is it true also today?
Yes, sir. Sometimes in between it fluctuates because I think external microphone is not being used. That's why I think it's happening.
So they are not doing it. They don't keep I remember Tarun used to put a microphone, and so they should do this. So anyhow, you people figure out how to solve this problem, how to have a proper setup that I carry wherever I go. That this setup, you ask Tarun and others, and help me to get a setup wherever I go, because I would be traveling now. You won't expect me always to be in IIT Kanpur now. For me, COVID is over. So please find out. I don't know. So next.
We need your lectures, Prabhuji, wherever you are.
Thank you, Mataji. Manish Yadav. Damodara Ashtakam, written long ago. We see Nalkubar and Manigriva deliverance about 5,000 years ago. We also read about these two personalities in Damodara Ashtakam. So my question is, does Krishna perform similar pastimes every time he comes? Yes, you are right. You are right. But these are not same Manigriva and Nalakubara. Try to understand this. Every time Kubera's position changes. Every time Kubera's position changes. Every time he will have two different sons. So every time things would change. So yes. Every time Brahma would be different. Of course, in one day of in one life of Brahma, there will be many Kuberas, many Indras. Okay. So, yes. So Brahma would not change because after Brahma dies, then again universal affairs would collapse. Again, new day would start, a new universe would start. So, yeah, Brahma is permanent in this. Brahma and Lord Shiva, these two are permanent in this world. And until, as long as this world is existing, all others, they change. Next. Ananta Srivastava, we see world within, yes. I do not understand well this. Can you elaborate more? Ananta, you have asked a very, very powerful question, but the simple thing is that world means an experience. Without an experience, there is nothing. Suppose I tell you there is sun, and you don't experience sun, there is no meaning. So whatever you have experienced, that is your world. Okay? So as an insect, you have one experience of the world. As a monkey, you have another experience of the world. As a plant, you have another experience of the world. As a human being, you have another experience of the world. Again, as a human being, when you are a king, you had one experience. When you are a queen, when you were a queen, you have another experience of the world. When you are a sweeper, you have another experience of the world. So, sum total of all possible experiences that you have there, you have already gone through. And they are there, these experiences are all there in the form of your mind, right? In the form of your mind is there. Your mind has all the experience. So that is why in the discourse by the sages to Vasudeva, it was said, the world is within self. So what is the meaning of that? Not that the world is within Atma, no. The mundane experience, the physical experience, which we call the world, right? These experiences are within your mind, right? And mind extracts those information using the senses. What is that verse? Srotram, Chakyu, Sparsanam, Rasanam, Granam, Evacha, Adhistaya, Manasaya, Vishanu, Sevate. Right? So this is what it is. Srotram. So you experience by hearing. Chakshu, by seeing. Sparsanam, by touch. Rasanam, by taste. And then Granam, by smell. Adhistaya, Manasaya. And all these senses are situated, Adhistaya, Manasaya, on mind. Vishanu upasevate. And that is how a living entity thinks, imagines, is enjoying the world, is experiencing the world. Okay, next. Gaurav, we chant 16 rounds. Who is this Gaurav?
Hare Krishna, sir.
I can't see you. Gaurav, explain who you are.
Sir, Hare Krishna. Sir, I am from Mumbai and I joined the course LG Learn Gita, Live Gita.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry because I want to know. That is why I said,
Yes.
I just want to be personally knowing. That is why. So.
Yes. So I am in touch with Madhusudan sir and Rahul.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yes.
So we chant 16 rounds, but sometimes rounds decrease. We get involved in regular things. What we do to fix mind regularly. Gaurav, why you are not attending our regular chanting session?
Yes, sir. I am. I have started, sir. I joined few, but I will try to make it in a discipline.
Please. I request everyone. Like I don't see ever Anmol attending it. Abhishek Panchal attends at the end, fag end. Every day I will see Abhishek Panchal. When we are about to finish, he will suddenly appear. And the many I don't see here. Archit Gupta also I don't see attending. Chiranjit Rao is very regular. I'm very happy. And Devendrata, he's a Mahapurusha, so I don't have to talk about him. So, my dear friends, please join. Gaurav, please join.
Yes,
this session would help you. I can tell you, this chanting session would help you. Okay?
Yes,
so, chanting very nicely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And the morning chanting session is just to help you. Please take the benefit. Okay?
Yes.
Next. Dheeraj Singla, whose soul was giving prayer, as you told, 24 elements were giving prayers. So every element is a there is a personification of every element. Okay, according to Gaudiya Vaishnava Vedanta, everything is a portion. Like Maya, who is Maya? Durga Devi. But what we experience her energy. We don't experience Maya. But whoever worships Maya, Durga Devi, they experience Durga Devi as a person. Okay? So when you look at the energy, it looks impersonal. But when you worship the energy in the form of Durga, then you feel her personality. Similar way, 24 elements also have their own personality. And these 24 elements, of course, are under the jurisdiction of Maya Devi, obviously. And Maya Devi also under the jurisdiction of Krishna. Next. Anshul Agarwal, both original covered by Narayan forms are Akshara expansion of Krishna. Then why residents of Braj is more attracted towards Narayana forms? No, residents of Braj are only attracted to Krishna, not Narayan form. What is your question? That Krishna manifested. Oh, Krishna revealed. Krishna was not able to understand who is Krishna. So Krishna revealed himself as Narayana to Lord Brahma. But Krishna revealed to his devotees in Braj as himself. Why you would reveal them as Narayana? To Brahmaji he is revealing as Narayana. You know that Brahmaji is not making any mistake because he has made a mistake. He could not understand who is Krishna. Okay? All right, dear devotees, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Still there are some questions. Does in Pralaya heavenly planets also get stressed? Some Pralaya they don't get, some Pralaya they also get devastated. Piyush Sehgal, I heard the following in Srila Prabhupada lecture. My question is listed below the transcript. A pragya, intelligent man, not only think of bright on this bright side on this business or this fight, this any, so many things we have to deal with. Simply, we should not calculate the brighter side. There is darker side also. We should always think if there is some thief, if there is some rogue, they cheat us, then what precaution I'm going to take? This is intelligence. If I simply calculate that in this business, I'll make so much of profit, in the meantime, somebody comes and cheats me and go away, then therefore, Upayan chintayat pragya, apayan cha chintayat. The darker side also should be thought of. This is intelligence. How do you balance between the act of surrender to Lord and having faith in what happened around us, the act of building defense through our own judgment and intelligence? Sometimes we get swayed on either sides. Please guide. That's a very good question. You see that if we are thinking everything in connection to Krishna, there is no issue. But when we think in terms of my own selfish gains, then whether you think through positive aspect or negative aspect doesn't make any difference. But when we are doing anything for Krishna, we must see that every penny we get is used in the service of Krishna. Krishna's interest is always protected, and yes, so we, as Prabhupada is saying, yes, recently I went through a situation where I realized I was foolish enough. I didn't because I mostly I trust, because as a preacher, we normally trust people. And when we trust, there are some, they cheat you. And that happens, but we have to be very careful that in this process, Krishna's interest is not jeopardized. So that is something that requires finer intelligence. How we are ready to take any loss for ourselves, but Krishna's interest must be protected, and that requires yes, that requires. But what happens is that if we try to project our own perception of good and bad, there is danger. There is danger. So, yes, in Prabhupada's Lila, we have seen how he dealt with Mr. Nair while for the Juhu land. How did he deal with here also Surabhi Prabhu and Punarnava Prabhu and others while Vrindavan temple project started, and so also in Mayapur. So there are so many ways how Prabhupada was very calculative about Krishna's interest, because yeah, that is intelligence. It's okay. Okay, thank you all for joining this program. Lord bless you in this Kartik month. Tomorrow onwards, we will have Bhisma Panchak. Tomorrow is Ekadasi, and 25th, right? So 25th to 30th is a Bhisma Panchak. Some people, they do brath. One brath is that people simply fast and take only Panchagavya every day. Some, they just take only Ekadasi Prasadam. And some enjoy their regular Prasadam. And some, but more important is chanting and hearing. If we do all austerities, but we are not chanting and hearing, these are all not. The so-called brath has no value. So if you are able to chant every day, make sure that you are attending chanting session, 30 to 7:30, and you are attending 7 o'clock Bhagavatam class, Damodarashtakam and Krishna katha, and then it is nice. Ritu is saying something. What can somebody say?
He's asking, is Ekadashi tomorrow or day after tomorrow?
Tomorrow, no?
Sir, the ISKCON Kanpur temple calendar is saying actually they are day after tomorrow, sir.
Sir, actually they are following the Dwadashi because it's Mahadwadashi.
No, it's 26.
No. When we will now, if it is a Mahadvadasi, then we are going to fast. We are going to fast on Mahadvadasi.
Vaishnav calendar also is showing for Kanpur day after tomorrow.
For Kanpur, day after tomorrow.
So for Vrindavan also day after tomorrow.
Okay, so then we fast day after tomorrow, but I think Bhishma Panchaka should start from tomorrow itself because Ekadasi.
So the calendar also writes
for Vaishnav calendar tomorrow.
On Mahadadasi.
Akhya, what are you saying?
Sir, in calendar it is also mentioned on the Mahadadasi day, the starting of Bhishma Panchaka.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, sir, Vaishnav calendar
if
is
somebody wants to do take Ekadasi from if somebody, okay, let me make it very clear. Those who want to only celebrate the observe Ekadasi, then you observe Ekadasi and Mahadadasi. That is 26th of November. That's very clear to everybody. I want to make it clear. 26th is Mahadadasi, and that is the day of Ekadasi. And those who want to start Bhishma Panchaka also, you can start from 26th. But if you want to start from tomorrow also, no issue. That's all. I gave my clarification. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Sir, there are more questions. Should I share?
Oh, wow. It's already 8:30. What question you have? Vrindavan is the transcendental abode the Lord where there is no hunger, anger, and or thirst. Though naturally inimical, both human beings and fierce animals live there together in transcendental friendship. Sir, in this context, how to understand Bahulastami Lila? Anmal Prabhu had this question. And that is what happened, no? Finally, tiger didn't eat the Bahula. So I don't see any contradiction there. That Lila simply showed how in Vrindavan, given a situation, one can sacrifice for others. So Lord Balaram is absolute truth. Then why he was in favor of Duryodhan, Adharmi, to marry his sister? No. Is that Balaram planned Duryodhan to marry Subhadra? I don't. But you see, Duryodhan was his student. Duryodhan was his student. And so this is what we say now. Suppose Balaram is Guru. And this Leela teaches us something very interesting actually. Suppose you worship Guru, but you fail to worship Krishna. That is exactly has happened. Duryodhan worshipped Balaram, but he failed to worship Krishna. So he was vanquished. And in many of our Indian tradition, people worship Guru, but they don't worship Krishna. And they would be all annihilated by that process. So, okay.